Spotlight, moonlight. Nigga, why you tripping? Just Mariah. Tryna look good in the moonlight. All these pussy niggas so bad, Maya. Spotlight, moonlight. Nigga, why you tripping? Just Mariah. Tryna look good in the moonlight. All these pussy niggas so bad, Maya.
Hi, this is Damien from Top 5 E-Bikes, here to break down the Lectric XP 2.0 step-through fat tire e-bike. If you're a fan of e-bike content, please comment, like, or share this video, and subscribe to our channel to receive more e-bike reviews. We have affiliate links in all our videos, so if you decide to make a purchase, please consider clicking through one of these links to help support our channel. Now let's get into this review. Lectric e-bikes is one of the fastest growing e-bike companies in the US. This year, they surpassed the 100,000 bikes sold plateau, which is an incredible achievement for a company that only started selling e-bikes in 2019. No other US-based e-bike company has achieved this milestone so quickly, not even Rad Power Bikes. By strategically pricing its first e-bike at only $899 and by developing a signature design that is instantly recognizable, Lectric has quickly catapulted itself as a leader in the budget e-bike space. This review is going to cover some noteworthy enhancements available on the 2.0 edition of the XP, which now has a base price of $999, but still offers an amazing value considering everything you get in this package. As of today, you can get a Lectric XP for only $949, and with their special Black Friday deal, you'll also get 4 premium accessories included with your purchase while supplies last. With the addition of these accessories, you'd normally be paying $11.99 for this bundle. In this review, I'll go into detail about the key features of this fat tire e-bike and provide you with all the information you need to know to decide if the Lectric XP is right for you. As far as specs go, this is a foldable e-bike with a step-through frame that is Class 3 capable depending on the state you live in. Out of the box, our Lectric XP reaches speeds of about 25 miles per hour using one of the 5 levels of pedal assist, but by changing the setting on the control panel, you can unlock 28 mile per hour speeds. It includes a half-twist right-oriented throttle, a 7-gear drivetrain, front and rear fenders standard, as well as a sturdy rack that is rated for up to 75 pounds of weight. The battery delivers 461 watt-hours and is rated for over 45 miles per charge. The Lectric includes a 500-watt, 850 peak watt motor that generates 60 newton-meters of torque. It also includes 160mm mechanical disc brakes, a headlight, brake lights, and an adjustable front fork suspension, all for under $1,000. Okay, so let's talk about what makes the Lectric XP 2.0 such a cool bike, right? So let's start with the frame, right? So this is what Lectric is calling their XP entry proprietary step-through frame. So I'm not usually a big fan of step-through bikes, but you can see, it kind of works with this low center of gravity. And I kind of like the look of this with the kind of this low profile. The step-through really works. The design team, I think, really kind of crushed it because, the blue logo with the stripes across this white frame, it really pops. And bike's a head turner for sure. So I've had a couple of times where the bike was on my bike rack and cars literally stop and pull over to ask me about this bike, just because it's just a cool looking bike that a lot of people are curious about, right? And there are not a lot of bikes on the road that look like this. So kudos to the design team at Lectric for giving this kind of like its own iconic look. So yeah, I quite like the step-through, even though I'm not really a step-through kind of guy. So let's talk about the puncture-resistant fat tires you get on the upgraded XP 2.0. They're Chaoyang tires. On the original XP, they were 20 by 4 inches. These are 20 by 3.3 inches. And I haven't ridden the original XP, but from what I understand, that was an intentional design choice. In order to make the bike more agile, especially on asphalt and hard surfaces where most people are going to be riding the XP. But what's great about these tires is they're still pretty huge tires, right? They're still legit fat tires that are really capable on all types of terrain. And now because there's this adjustable front suspension that opens up even more possibilities than the previous version of the XP. And you're really going to have no problem tackling gravel, dirt roads, mud, and even some softer sand. You're going to see a lot of the footage that we recorded. We rode on a lot of different types of surfaces, and we really put this thing through its paces. I've actually pushed this bike to the limits and taken it on some pretty rugged trails that I probably shouldn't have taken it on, but like that's kind of the point, right? We want to put this to the max when we test these bikes.
We want to put this to the max. Oh shit.
So let's talk about the high torque motor that you get with the Lectric XP 2.0. This is a geared rear hub motor of delivers 500 watts of nominal power and 800 watts of peak power. Now where that matters is when you need that extra burst, when you need to go up, steeper hills, rougher terrain, as you will be taking this bike on. If otherwise, where would you get a fat tire e-bike? So there's a clip you'll see in this video where I'm riding on a sandy trail and I hit kind of a steep hill, and I have this thing on max pedal assist 5, so I'm pushing the motor to the max, and then I have to kick it into a lower gear. This bike comes with a 7-gear drivetrain. So that combination of soft terrain and steep grade would be tough on any e-bike, but that's the kind of thing that this e-bike is specifically designed for, and I didn't really have too much trouble getting up that hill, as you'll see in the clip. Okay, another thing that's really cool about the Lectric is this huge LCD display. It's kind of oriented right in the center of the down tube here. So you never have to take your hand off the handlebars, right, to enable pedal assist, right? So you have 5 levels of pedal assist. You control it with the plus and the minus, and then you can also change the odometer, the tripometer, using the power button here, and then obviously this holding it down shuts on and off the display. Let's turn that display back on again. To enable the lights, all you got to do is hold down the plus button, and you can see there's the indication that the light's on. The included headlight is plenty visible, but you can upgrade to one twice as bright for only $49. Okay, so we got to show you the foldable capability to this bike. Otherwise, what is the point, right? So here's a little key. You have to leave the key in this little ignition when you're riding, otherwise the battery won't turn on, which I think is a little weird to have a key just kind of hanging out, but it stays there, it doesn't fall out. But if you wanted to take the battery out to charge it, you don't need to, but if you had to, you just turn this key, it disengages this little lock, and then what you do is you got to give it a little elbow grease, so that unleashes the lever, and then opens this way, and then you see battery, right? Now that exposes the battery, easy to pop that out if you need to. If you had a spare battery, right, you could pop it in very easily. This one is rated up to 45 miles. It's, I believe, 481 watt hours. Let me just double check that really quick. It's 461 watt hours, but as you can see, it's really easy to fold this bike, and that's one of the big draws, right? Okay, I wanted to give you guys an idea of what this looks all the way folded down. So here's the bike folded completely in half, right? I have the pedals. You see they kind of flip down, right? You have to kind of push this in, and then you're able to fold these down, right, to make it more compact. You push this in, and then you fold it, right? Push it in, fold it, right? And then the last step is the handlebars, right? Handlebars just flip down. So you got this little lever, pull the lever, boom. So another really impressive feature about the Lectric XP 2.0 is that it comes with, it's standard, right? It comes with Tektro mechanical disc brakes, 160 millimeter brakes. And, you know, I've seen these brakes on other e-bikes that are, you know, in the $1,200, $1,300 range. But to see these on a $949 e-bike, that's pretty amazing. So definitely good on Lectric for making that standard, right? And just, you know, choosing to make that upgrade and include it in the price. You know, we already mentioned the front suspension, the fenders, the front light. That's all standard, right? So in addition to all the things that we just mentioned, right, to come with a rear rack rated for up to 75 pounds, to come with this comfortable of a saddle, right? This is a high quality saddle you don't get with a lot of entry level e-bikes. To get the mechanical disc brakes, to get that total package, right? Not to mention a 60 Newton meter motor and a class 3 enabled e-bike. To get all of that for $949 is really, really impressive. And, you know, it's easy to see why Lectric has legions of adoring fans. Like, people are really fanatical about this company, and it's really just a testament to, you know, how much value you're getting for such a low price point. So now it's time to give you my final thoughts on the Lectric XP 2.0. What I really like about this e-bike is that the 500 watt 850 peak watt motor delivers nice power and thrust for an entry-level e-bike. The additional torque is really noticeable on rougher terrain when the motor is delivering peak performance. The upgraded fat tires and front suspension deliver a really comfortable, steady ride. The bike not only handles very well, but the step-through frame makes it accessible for any kind of rider. This e-bike is really loaded with features you wouldn't expect for a bike that's under $1,000, namely brake lights, a powerful headlamp, a 7-gear drivetrain, and front suspension. So here are a couple reasons you might not want a Lectric XP. Because it's an entry-level e-bike, it doesn't have the higher-end components you might see on more expensive e-bikes, which is a given. Even though you can ride it off-road, you shouldn't expect this bike to take a lot of punishment. If you're planning on doing a lot of all-terrain riding, you'll need to make sure to keep it properly maintained or you'll compromise the life of the bike. Serious riders might consider upgrading the brakes to hydraulic disc brakes and upgrading the drivetrain. If you don't need a foldable e-bike and if you have the space, I would opt for a bigger, more expensive fat tire e-bike like a Rad Rover 6 or an Aventon Adventure, because those bikes are sturdier and have more expensive components that will last you longer. Of course, those e-bikes will cost you double the price of an XP, which may make them out of reach for a lot of consumers. If you're a bike traditionalist and gravitate more towards e-bikes that look like regular bikes, I'd go with the Ride 1Up Roadster or maybe an Aventon Level Commuter, which are designed more for urban commuting. They sit higher off the ground and would appeal more to someone who's interested in an e-bike for fitness and is not necessarily looking for an all-terrain e-bike. We're to the point where there's now an e-bike for every kind of rider. But if you're that rider that likes to ride on dirt and pavement, or if you're an outdoor enthusiast who needs a compact e-bike that is easy to throw in your trunk or SUV, and if you're looking to buy your first e-bike, the Lectric XP is an excellent choice. And at under $1,000, it's a super sound investment that you're probably not going to regret. Thanks for watching, and please remember to like or comment on this video if you enjoyed our review.
If you enjoyed this review, please subscribe to our channel and leave us a comment. Visit us at top5ebikes.com or some of our social media accounts. Thank you.